star 880 star 3 hash from your phone, and then of course you send it just like when you want to top up your airtime, and you follow the prompts. Each ticket costs 500 naira. Like I said, the more tickets you buy, the more your chances of winning. All right, but please play responsibly. Please play responsibly. Please play responsibly. Best of luck to all of you right there. Okay, this morning we're talking by popular request. From those of you out there who've been following the conversations, by popular request, should Humphrey Nwosu be immortalized by Nigeria? Should Professor Humphrey Nwosu be immortalized by Nigeria? All right, so please call and have your say on this particular matter. And it's a matter that has sort of divided the country across not political lines, but this time ethnic lines. I have been following an interview. It's an interview I watched online some time ago. Omoyele Sowore, publisher of Sahara Reporters, maybe 10 years ago, confronted Humphrey Nwosu in New York City with questions about his past deeds at an event that he attended, and he had some things to say about this. It was interesting to see Sowore take on Nwosu, and interesting to see some of the things Nwosu said at that event. And because of the conversation going on, the video has popped up again. I think the algorithm is the one playing a role there, and a lot of people have been talking about it. I want you to listen to this. All right, I want you to listen to this, and then you tell me what you think, and I'll come back to you right here on the Morning Crossfire to have you say. But listen to this. This was Sowore confronting Nwosu at this public lecture somewhere in New York City, I believe, where the man stays now. That's it.
The election was conducted. It was peaceful.
After June 12 election that you won higher. And you are making the declaration for the first time that I'm hearing that Abiola will not be.
I should have made it in my book.
Yes, but when Abiola was arrested, jailed, you were nowhere to be found. The last statement you made was that the election was inconclusive before you disappeared, before you came out and wrote that your book. Wouldn't you have done Nigeria a great job of courage if you are stuck by the position and Abiola won the election, and on that basis disgraced people like Babangida and the other people that you don't want to mention, who made it impossible for Nigeria to have democracy for almost 10 years after that? Prof, don't you think you disappointed your nation?
Just a minute, sorry. Can we have a couple of questions so it doesn't get so polarized?
I think it's very important.
Yeah, it is.
I need to clear my name. It said as a reformer, I chickened out when the matter was. I didn't chicken out. I carry my message back to Nigeria. Carrying, and I had never hesitated, and I will give an interview. You say if you can, after this lecture, I can give it here. You carry it back to Nigeria. Before I left Nigeria, I gave to AIT, I gave to this day, and they repeat the same thing. Sometimes people don't take in the correct answers. Without this man standing here, they wouldn't have been June 12th election. If I tell you what I did to make sure that that election took place, it is in this book. Sometimes people don't read. People think of money in Nigeria. People should not think of theory, things that will work and make our system stable and perform for our people. Let me tell you, first and foremost, the military was divided before June 12th election was conducted.
All right, so that was Sowore being Sowore confronting Humphrey Nwosu at an event, a public lecture he gave somewhere in New York City in 2015, if I'm not mistaken. Some videos 10 years ago. And indeed, Humphrey Nwosu agreed. He actually kept his word and granted Sowore that interview. That's with Sahara TV. I'm going to display excerpts of that because it's popped up again. A lot of people are talking about it. But again, like I said, that's Shore being Shore. And the man, he was almost felt harassed, but he had to say, hey, this is not the situation. You heard him say what he said. June 12 would not have happened without me. Without me. Listen.
Just a very quick interview here.
The problem was that of the media too. Let me explain the process. From June 16, 1993. Remember, we were promised that if that election was conducted to be free and fair, accepted by international observers and local observers, that we would be given national honors. So my colleagues were also working hard as Nigerians. So when, according to our efforts, you knew all the problems, all the restrictions, in spite of all that, June 12 came. The election was conducted, it was peaceful, materials were distributed all over Nigeria, promptly in all difficult terrain because of arrangement and logistic preparation we put in place. So when the results started coming in, June 13, 14, in fact it was to be concluded around June 17, 18. The other party, NRC, had even congratulated SDP for winning. You know, suddenly there was a letter served on me by Commissioner of Police that we should cease forthwith in releasing the result. I summoned on June 16 emergency meeting of the commission. All the results had come in with the exception of that of Taraba, which the resident electoral commissioner from Delta, Professor Sada, was on his way to bring. We would have released the result about June 17. So they said, stop. I was served. In fact, I was called in a meeting of National Defense and Security Council and said, would you release this result without knowing? I said, that's the law. There was no provision of the highest ruling military body to vet the result. The law says that the result should be announced at each level. The polling station level, ward headquarters, local government, state, and finally their conclusion at headquarters. In fact, almost every person, owing to the communication system we put in place, could even collate to know that Abiola had won. Now, with that, my commission met and we decided that we would challenge that ruling by court, Abuja High Court, because it's Commissioner of Police that served it. And when the next step was, I was summoned at the level of the National Defense Security and Defense Council.
Headed by Babangida.
Babangida and Abacha was prominent. They said, okay, that a committee headed by Abacha should find a solution to the problem. I said, how do we find a problem? We should be allowed to conclude what we started to say. Abacha, in that committee, I'm quoting names. Abacha was in it. Nyako, Nyako was in it. General Aliyu Gusso was in it. David Mark was in it. Was the Minister of Communication. I was in it. Secretary of the Commission, Director of Legal Services was in it. Professor Deria, National Commissioner representing Rivers State. We met in Abacha. When we met in Abacha's house, guest house in Abuja. He set another subcommittee, including myself, Akpambo, late now, Akilu, the secretary of the commission, I think one other advisor-in-law in State House. When we got at that subcommittee level, I told them, gentlemen, there is nothing for us to meet. The law is clear. Elections have been conducted. Results have been collected. The only one remaining is that of Taraba, and he had come along with it. Please allow us to conclude. We are a technical body. We are not politicians. In any case, if you don't want us to release the result, you should call Abiola and Tofa, or negotiate with Abiola that Abiola was the winner. Well, you know, military, the military personnel in it were afraid. They said, okay, you report, you are the chairman of the commission. We went back to Abacha's guest house, and I reported, well, sir, the law that allowed us to conclude this election made no provision for this technical body, for your committee. You should allow us to conclude the result with that of Taraba and announce it, or you call in Abiola and negotiate with him. He shouted on me, who are you to tell us what to do? You are not a member of National Defense and Security Council. You are not. The council and the court decided you should not conduct the election. You went ahead and conducted the election, that it was illegal. You will recall, throughout Abacha's regime, his Minister for Information regarded our election as illegal. He said, well, you are not a member. Go to Aso Rock, where all of us will now take a decision. What will happen? Call all your national commissioners. That was a military regime. So because many people didn't know what, so I was to call my secretary to invite all my national commissioners to come to Aso Rock. It was David Mark. He was then the Minister of Communication, who called, used mobile. That's when the mobile was starting. He called myself, Andrew Mana. I'm mentioning them. Called them. You all wanted at Aso Rock. We went there. Here was a full meeting.
Which date was that?
Was around 18 of yes, all this 18 June. When we got there, Babangida said, NEC, National Electoral Commission, what is your position on this election? I answered, I was the boss, leadership of NEC stops with me. I said, sir, allow us just 2 minutes so that it will not be Humphrey Nwosu's decision. It will be that of National Electoral Commission. He said, okay, 2 minutes. We went to one of the rooms. Said, gentlemen, ladies and Eruku was a lady National Commission. We don't have anything to do with politics of this. They should allow us to conclude and announce whoever did not like the outcome should go to tribunal. That's the provision of the law. You know, we were talking of institutions. Allow institutions to work. Whoever didn't like it should go to tribunal. They said, you are reporting. Okay. We came out. Sir, this is the decision of the commission. Allow us to conclude this election and announce the result. And that we will challenge that letter, court decision which Commissioner of Police served on me, that we should stop announcing it. We will go to Federal Court of Appeal, Kaduna Division. So he said, okay, you people are on your own.
Babangida said that.
The decision of there. He said, well, you know, in all this I've mentioned them. So you went to court, not by the Attorney General of the Federation should have championed that position, but he did not. It was Director of Legal Services in NEC, Bello. He's still alive. No, Buhari Bello. I mentioned in my book, went to Kaduna Court of Appeal, filed the papers. We submitted all the results, including that of Taraba, showing that Abiola won the election. Abiola was represented by Eke Ajayi. Tofa was represented. The court held first sitting. Justice Oke Achike mentioned it. Oke Achike, late, may his soul rest in peace. For the chairman, he was ready to conclude. He ordered Abuja High Court to submit all matters relating to the election, all the results, and they were submitted to his court for accelerated hearing and decision for June 25th, 1993. Please. Now, this was done. Abiola was, he knew all that. And when you submit something to court, it becomes public document. Is it not? All the results were submitted to the court, appeal division, headed by Oke Achike, showing that Abiola won. Abiola knew. Why did Nigerian press not pick it from? Now, when this was to be done June 25th, the military quickly dissolved my commission on June 23rd.
But one quick question.
Yes.
That there was a pronouncement you made that this election is inconclusive.
Because the result was no.
Which date was that?
I can't quite remember, but it may have been in the book. The date, the inconclusive that we were not allowed to announce it. It became a subject of court dispute. And results as shown in this book.
So anyway, everyone is writing, and all that. So you go grab a copy of Professor Humphrey Nwosu's book. Now, I must commend Shore for his hard, question. He really, how do I put it now? Confronted Henry Nwosu in that public lecture in New York City, and the man, said, "You know what? Hey, young man, I'll give you an interview." And this is something for posterity. He's granted interviews, but this one is, I think, for posterity. And thanks to Shore for that. Sometimes people forget he's a journalist. Humphrey Nwosu is gone, but it's important to give him a chance to explain himself to Nigerians, to tell Nigerians his side of the story. And that's why I thought it wise to play this. When we come back from our commercial break, I'll throw the lines open for your thoughts. You've heard the man. You've heard the likes of Adams Oshomole and co. The likes of Enyinnaya Abaribe and co. The likes of Barau and co. What do you think? The likes of Okpeyemi Bamidele and co. And hearing what this man has said, what do you think? We'll be right back. Still the Morning Crossfire right here on 99.3 Nigeria. Don't touch it down.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
What can your bank do for you? Meet Jane, 25 years old. She's been having troubles acquiring a loan from her bank.
This is not okay at all. I've been on this queue forever, and you're saying I should fill another form. What's going on?
What can your bank do for you? Meet Frank, 27 years old, held up in traffic and making fruitless transactions.
Mama, I am paying the airtime, even the electricity charges. I don't know why it's so difficult making this payment.
Introducing Humphrey, a lifestyle digital bank that's designed just for you. With one click, you can make easy and fast payment transactions, pay bills, and even acquire easy loans. Hurry and download the Humphrey app on your Play Store. Visit humphrey.com for more information. Humphrey, borderless banking.
I say Nigerian, my rice must be premium. I want the stone-free rice. I don't want it gummy rice. That's why I choose Kiara. See, I see they swell Kiara. The aroma, they make me hungry. Oh yeah, give me some. From the east to the west, pretty ladies here. Eat 35 bar and protein. Oh yes. From the north to the south, African king rice can be found. Choose Kiara rice, we don't go let you down. Joy, joy, joy. The taste of joy is here. Pretty lady, African king, very good. From Nigeria, and Bogu rice.
Experience the taste of joy with Kiara Rice Mills, makers of Pretty Lady, African King, Proudly Nigeria, Red Eagle, and Bogu Rice. Kiara Rice Mills, the taste of joy in every grain.
Start your children's day with a great taste of Ovaltine, enriched with multi-nourishment, calcium, malt, and vitamin B12 to support learning and playtime. Ovaltine, smart choice for smart kids.
He done trading himself. James, hello.
Susan, I beg. Say you whine me.
For where? You who no longer depend solely on your salary.
So you people trade and don't carry us along in this office, Abby? Jerry, now you they talk like this. Who doesn't want an extra stream of income? But I'm still looking for better trading conditions, I beg. Fast execution of my trades and possibly an account where swap no go carry all my profits where I don't know.
Guy, hfm.com.
For me, I wouldn't mind better spreads at all, and it won't be a bad idea to be able to make withdrawals in a flash.
All we want is transparency and great customer service.
Guys, I said hfm.com.
Which one is hfm.com again?
Switch to HFM today to enjoy ultra-fast execution, 1 to 2,000 leverage, tight spreads, swap-free, and more.
Guy, show us the way now.
Wait, are you sure deposits and withdrawals are sharp?
I said
hfm.com.
Visit www.hfm.com. HFM, online trading at its finest.
Is it okay to make fun of our tooth gap? Let's have a talk. Colgate makes your teeth so strong. Stop cover your mouth. Not to do younger with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Zero cavities and fresh breath. If you use a Colgate paste. Not to do younger with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Colgate, #1 oral care brand in the world.
Is that Alfie playing football in the rain? It's Toby Chio. My goodness. When did he grow up? That's it with kids, though.
It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development with the new NanKid 4 with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics, and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. NanKid 4. Nourish your child's potential.
The people of Israel welcomed its king, his followers ready for revolution.
Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees! Rome will descend on us all!
Rebellion is in the air, but Jesus turns the tables.
My house shall be called a house of prayer, but you make it a den of thieves!
The Chosen Season 5, Last Supper, showing in cinemas this April. Follow at The Chosen TV NG on Instagram and visit thechosentvng.com for exclusive updates.
What is the square root of pi by 4?
4.0.
Wow, that's my girl. The Cowbellpedia Mega Minds is here. Don't miss a single moment of the action in the Cowbellpedia Mega Minds 2025 edition.
Over the 14 weeks, viewers also stand a chance to win prizes when they participate from home.
Tune in to Cowbellpedia Mega Minds on Africa Magic or visit our website at cowbellpedia.tv to learn more.
Terms and conditions apply. Cowbell. So good, so smart.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your #1 station for talk. Let's talk. This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, welcome back. We can now take your thoughts. I just felt it was important to give the man his say. And kudos to Shore for that move to confront him, at that event in New York City about 10 years ago. And Henry Nwosu said, you know what, I'll give an interview. All right, after this lecture, I'll give an interview. And that was why we had that opportunity to listen to Humphrey Nwosu give his side of things. But if you listen to the likes of Adams Oshomole and others who disagree with those who are calling for the immortalization of Humphrey Nwosu, national honor to be given him, they say that he had every opportunity. Having known the winner of that election, having had the results, bar that of Taraba, which would basically probably have been inconclusive anyway, would not have had any effect on the total results. I don't know if that is the case, but he sounded like, the winner was already known, even without the Taraba result arriving on time. That having had the result with him, his duty was just to announce it, not to go for meetings with Abacha and Murtala Nyako, who later became baptized into a civilian governor, or David Mark, who also later became baptized into a civilian Senate president. I think he said to have made a statement about mobile phones, but he called him with a mobile phone then, and Nigerians and mobile phones. I don't know if that is true, but anyway, let's leave that for another day. And others going for meetings with Babangida and others. The argument is that he should have announced the results without fear and taking a risk for Nigeria. But that he was meeting left, right, and center and, treating these guys with kids' clubs and, basically just allowing them, because there's no law that says they should form a committee to look at your results or whatever. But he now says that he had to go to court, that there was a court, process already at play, and the police had served him the documents, and they now approached the Kaduna Court of Appeal, who now invited the police to bring the documents from the other courts, lower courts, so that they could have accelerated hearing. Some people feel he should just have announced the results and damn the consequences. But those who said what he said, you've heard him. You've heard him. What do you think? All right, 0201277093 and 0201465719 for our female listeners. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. This is George Okeri calling from Ibedu-Lekki.
George, welcome. Quickly.
Now, two things. First things first. We have heard from Professor Humphrey Nwosu. You see, this is one thing about us Nigerians. I thank Showore for bringing this recording out. Yes. At least for us to hear that man's side of the story. Because, was it yesterday or on Friday, you asked the caller what did Humphrey Nwosu achieve? Kofi Bartels, am I wrong?
Yeah, of course. That is the question.
Yeah, you asked the caller what did Humphrey Nwosu achieve. At least today with this recording, you must have answered that question by yourself.
No. See, excuse me. When we ask questions, we want you to have the opportunity to tell us what you think. Okay? Not because we don't know, that's how we. Excuse me.
Okay.
The way we work is when we ask you a question, we want you to tell us what you think. If you say Humphrey Nwosu should be immortalized, and I ask you what did he achieve, leave me out. It's not my view. I'm asking you to tell me what you think, your point. All right, but thank you very much for your time. We'll take some more calls. The WhatsApp number is 08095975805. 08095975805. We have to do a lot to educate and enlighten our people. It's a tall order, really, but we just.
Hello, good morning, Kofi Bartels.
Welcome. What's your name?
Yeah, this is Mr. Prince from Ogun State.
Okay, it should have been Mrs. Prince because that's a female line. 99.3, good morning.
Good morning, Kofi.
Welcome. Name, location, and contribution, please.
Yeah, this is Abe Oyelo online from Lagos.
All right.
Actually, quickly, the only question I just want to ask is, from the interview I listened to by Showore, to Nwosu. I guess the only thing I want to confirm now is who exactly were the commission police of them, and if the person is alive, maybe we can still get an information on why he asked them not to release the results.
Okay, the IGP, right?
Yes, for police of them.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but they said they went to court. They filed a suit in court, and that was it. So they went to court. Yeah, 99.3. Good morning.
Yes, this is Engineer King.
Okay, please turn off the radio where you are.
Yes, I will turn it off quickly. Sorry. Is it about the Don't Trust saga? All of us know who is the winner now. All of us, without being announced, option A4, that has been the best option. Instead of all this logistic whatever. Option A4 is the final period, and everybody knows who won. The problem was that Babangida was having quarrel with Angola over Liberia money, over Liberia proceeds. And you kept money with the wife of the late winner without his consent. Then you are coming back to request for the money he was not aware of. That was where the whole saga turned sour. You see? So, Humphrey Nwosu should have even been upright by announcing that result. He can never be immortalized. He won no battle. It's a lost battle completely. Honestly, why are we going to immortalize failure? Nigeria must confess. In everything you do, you take a note before you became the INEC chairman or whatever. You took a note that you must uphold the truth and you must stand by the truth. So what has stopped him from not announcing? What allowed him to be giving room for meetings, for court, whatever? What is court issue?
All right.
They said INEC, Independent National Electoral Commission. He has been empowered by the Constitution. So we cannot immortalize a failure. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate calling in. Well, those of you who were around at the time would know about the activities of the Association for Better Nigeria and the role that the Association for Better Nigeria played in the politics of 1993. I want to pick another call before I go on with that. 99.3, good morning. Hello? Hello, good morning.
Dear Kimbo is my name.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much. Kofi, you see, my position today, Professor Humphrey Nwosu had an employer. Directly, his direct employer would be termed to be Babangida. Now, you are in the studio doing your job officially.
Yeah.
You have some people ahead of you. Assuming somebody like Femi Obom Daniel, say, Kofi, please leave this studio now. I know the next thing you would do is to pack your papers and leave as an obedient servant. The other day I listened to Woshi Omole and all of them claiming Professor Humphrey Nwosu is he chickened out. He couldn't put his life on the line. Most of them saying all manner of terrible things. How many of them are ready to put their lives on the line? The man has done the right thing by going to court. That is how to do things constitutionally. He went to court, but unfortunately, before the court could give judgment, the body has been dismantled. How do you blame a man like that? He did a thorough job. The announcement could have been done if the court had okayed the result, given a go-ahead. Somebody gave you a job and down the line he said, please, you are no more my employee. Get out of that place. You still want to force yourself on the job? It's not done. The man, as far as I am concerned, was a credible Nigerian, a patriot to the core. So whoever is blaming him should put himself or herself in his shoes and see what would have happened. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you for your time. Well, the Association for Better Nigeria was formed after Babangida, abolished all political parties, creating the NRC and SDP in 1991. And this group, with leaders like Arthur Nzeribe and Haliru Akilo and Abimbola Davis and co., went to court. They went to court regarding the June 12, 1993 elections. Of course, we know that after, Babangida had promised to hand over power to the civilians and set up NEC. Of course, we all know what happened with the election, but it was the Association for Better Nigeria that filed a suit before an Abuja High Court asking the National Electoral Commission not to hold the election. And on June 11, the reason why Humphrey Nwosu said that Abacha's Minister of Information kept calling it an illegal election, on June 11, one day before June 12, Justice Basi Ikpeme ordered the suspension of that election. But the National Electoral Commission ignored that order and went ahead with the election. They went ahead with the election, citing Decree 13 of 1993, which ousted the court's jurisdiction with regard to creating impediments to the transition to civil rule program. So while the results were trickling in, we're told that the Association of Better Nigeria members approached an Abuja High Court again, asking the court to stop the announcement of the election. This time it wasn't Justice Basi Ikpeme. Justice Tahiru Saleh was said to be the one to handle it, and he didn't assign it to any other judge. This is as quoted in a publication. This is the book of Richard Akinola, A Mandate to Bury the Life. You can check it online. So what they're saying is that Justice Tahiru Saleh did not assign it to another judge, but decided to hear the matter himself. And though the suit filed was motion on notice, where the other party, that is NEC, would be heard, Saleh decided to hear the matter ex parte in chambers, stopping further announcements of the results. And he ordered that the National Electoral Commission hold the release of the election results on grounds that the election ought not to have been held in the first place because of Justice Ikpeme's order. This time, NEC complied with the ruling, but headed to the Court of Appeal to challenge the order. Okay, so anyway, that's that. What else? Of course, you heard Nwosu saying that interview to Sahara reporters that they challenged the order in court. They had all the results, they attached everything. It was even saying, why didn't the media publish the results? Because they attached, it was public document showing that Abiola overwhelmingly won the election. So anyway, what do you think about that? Arthur Nzeribe is a former senator from Imo State, and he was the leader of the Association for Better Nigeria. Let's go back to, I think he spent 8 years in the Senate, 1999 to 2007. Let's go back to your calls right here. All the information is online. You just Google it, you see it all there. Those of you who are around, remember it, And I will encourage everyone to grab a copy of Henry Nwosu's book, because it has a lot. It's packed with a lot of information. 99.3, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. Your name, location, and contribution, please.
Yeah, I'm Smart on the line. I'm Lekki.
Smart, welcome.
Oh, great. The last caller said it. He was a good employee, but he's not a patriot. He's nowhere near a patriot. He did not make any sacrifice for his country. He only did what his employer told him to do. So I see no reason why he should be accorded any national honor. It's like giving Mahmoud Yakubu a national honor. No hero. No hero.
You're equating Humphrey Nwosu with Mahmoud Yakubu?
Maybe not as bad as Mahmoud, but yeah. Mahmoud might be an outright villain. Doesn't make Humphrey a hero either.
All right. I don't know about whether he's a villain or not. That's your view. But good to hear from you, my brother. Thanks for calling in. All right. 99.3, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, your name?
My name is Bilov.
Calling the female line. 99.3, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Kofi.
Please speak up. Good morning.
Mr. Jobuli on the line calling from Ekuru.
Okay, kindly speak up so we can hear you. Go on, your contribution.
Can you hear me now, please?
Go on. It's not too clear, but go on.
So, this is just a clarion call to all our sundry. Like a food for thought that prosperity will always catch up with anybody, irrespective of whatever it is you have done, good or bad. Prosperity would always hold sway. You see, the things surrounding June 12th will all continually be unraveled day by day. So many stories to tell. But whether you are in political office, whether you are just an average Nigerian, there's a day after tomorrow when all of us will be made to give account of what we have done. So if we have that thought in mind, you will do right by your neighbor. Posterity is real. And one day, you will surely give account of that which you have done, whether in book, whether through confessions or whatever it is you're going to do. Let's all have that in mind. I guess when we know that, we'll do right by ourselves. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much for your time. Is it not interesting to see how some of these people who conspired to scuttle democracy reformed themselves, baptized themselves, and came back to participate in democracy? The likes of Arthur Zerbe, the likes of David Mark, the likes of Murtala Nyako, so on and so forth. I mean, they have a right as individual Nigerians to contest for any office they so wish. But the roles that they played in that June 12 episode, calls to question their democratic credentials, if you want to call it that. There are some who even worked for Abacha, who worked for him in his dictatorship and stifling of democracy in this country, who have remodeled themselves and are going around asking for your votes today. Go back to the phone lines. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Welcome.
Okay, my name is Bilov.
All right.
Well, for me...
Female line. 99.3, good morning.
Good morning, Kofi Bartels.
Welcome. Name, location, and contribution, please.
This is Pastor Ladipo.
All right.
Calling from Orile Gomo. I want to say something about our present politicians, especially this Fourth Republic. They are doing everything to just make sure that they are supporting the current president, their body language. I want to ask a question. Everybody that is involved in this June 12th issue, from Abiola to even Babangida himself, all of them have been honored. All of them. So what is the sin of this man? Against all us, this man conducted an election in the midst of the military era. Listen to that interview, Kofi. He said that against court injunction, he went ahead. So if they immortalize him, what will he do for them? Will he reduce their salary? Will it not even make more people want to start the path of honor?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate the time. 0201277099. I want to read some messages here. We're streaming live on Facebook and also we're streaming live on YouTube. By way of your WhatsApp messages, oh man, this voice note has not been dropping. I'm trying to get it dropped for some time. Okay, here we go. Good one. All right.
Good morning, Mr. Kofi. One thing about life is that sometimes everyone have his or her own opinion. Also have a different way of doing things. For me, Humphrey Nwosu did a very good work because it is obvious, if not for his efforts, we couldn't have known that Abiola won the election. You know, people are just saying Abiola won the election. It was the effort of Humphrey Nwosu that makes people today to know and believe that Abiola won the election. So definitely, as someone who stands for the truth, he announced the results indirectly, but because of the pressure under the military, he also did the needful to be alive to tell the remaining story.
Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it calling in. 99.3, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Kofi.
Yeah.
This is Friday from...
Didn't you call yesterday?
Yesterday?
Yes.
No. Call this morning.
You called this morning, yeah, that's right. But you can't call again now, you know the law.
Oh, I thought that this is a different topic. But no, last week I did not call
you know, it doesn't matter. The law is the law.
I did not call throughout.
Can you imagine? Allow others to talk. Yeah? 99.3, good morning. Sorry about that poor connection. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
99.3, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Kofi. My name is Nathaniel. I'm calling from Lekki.
All right, Nathaniel, please go on.
Yes, thank you for that audio you played this morning. I know some people will say that nearness does not kill a bird. It's more like some people saying that Humphrey was to actually kill the snake without cutting the head. But the thing we must look at here is that he has a genuine intention. He fought. He tried his best. Yes, he wasn't able to actually bring the result to light by announcing. But with the effort he has made, I think he should be appreciated. Let us not look at the end result. Let's look at the mindset, effort that have been put in place towards making this to happen. It wasn't his fault that the result was not. Considering the pressure, I was just putting myself in his shoe. If I were the one, it is going to be really difficult too. Okay, but he tried, so he should be recognized.
All right.
He should be recognized, please,
all right,
to motivate others.
Thank you very much. All right, thank you very much. Someone is saying I'm back to saying Henry. Well, sorry, it's a football. I'm a football fan. It's Humphrey, not Henry. 99.3. Good morning.
Yeah, Kofi Bartels. Good morning.
Yeah, name?
This is Approach on the line.
All right.
Okay. Well, as far as I'm concerned, Professor Humphrey Nwosu deserves a national award, honor, you know. He merited it since, not even talking about that now. Because his election is as next chairman is credible, free and fair. He announced what he got there, you know, and that time the forces against him, they're against him. Nigeria don't like people, telling them the truth. That's the one thing. But as far as I'm concerned, he deserves national honor, you know, because he said the truth, regardless of the forces against him.
All right.
Credible is not what we are seeing now.
Thank you very much. All right. Shall we ask him one question? Why did you say the election was inconclusive? We have a caller on the Skype. Skype caller, good morning.
Good morning. Are they calling from England? Am I audible?
Yeah. Quickly.
Oh, I'm calling because, based on the topic we're talking about. So, in my view, I just think we are just so used to mediocrity. A man was appointed to conduct a free and fair election, and now we are being told to immortalize him because he conducted what he was appointed to do, what he was paid by taxpayers' money to do. So I don't see what is the big deal in that. That's one. Second of all, you say you want to immortalize anybody, let us quickly immortalize IBB, since IBB was the military leader at that point. And IBB has always said it, that people criticize him, abuse him, insult him, but they don't give him credit for actually conducting the so-called most free and fair election in the history of this country. You understand? Yesterday on your show, a full-grown man was asking, what did Abiola achieve? Anyway, let me not even go into that one.
All right,
but
thank you.
My own view, there's no big deal in what he has done. Yes, he did his job, but then that's where it stops. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time. Let's go pay some bills. We'll be back and we'll announce the winner of the One Play Lottery. Stay with us.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
Iboku abi no boku. Iboku abi no boku.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio.
Prices with better prices at market
channel. Nigeria Info.
Whether not groceries or
check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria
5 minutes waka. Make yourself cruise on this Boku enjoyment. For better weekly deals. Follow at Boku Mart. Join us.